Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and jump straight into your reading. These are going to be messages you need to hear. Any information you need will be listed in the description, so just check. And if you want to see future readings, definitely feel free to hit up the Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and jump straight into your reading. Any information you may be looking for will be in the description if you want a personal. If you also want to see future readings, definitely hit up the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. But let's see what messages you need to hear. So first card we have is New Vitality. So Sagittarius, when it comes to switching things up and doing things differently and adding a new fresh approach to things that maybe you have had an interest in for so long, like say you've been an artist for 10 years of your life, you're at a point to where you're needing to find new ways to inspire yourself or new ways to present your art or to put yourself out there in general, because it doesn't matter how passionate you are about something, you will eventually get bored if you are constantly doing things the same way. And the message here is calling for you guys to maybe try a new approach to things, in the way you communicate, in your art. Instead of trying harder, try differently. A different approach could be the very thing that could, change the trajectory and how things are going for you. I also have forgiveness. So when it comes to things that people have put you through or experiences that you yourself have put your own self through, okay, whether that's you staying longer than you were supposed to, you going against your own better judgment, however form that this may come into play. The opposite of forgiveness is resentfulness, and or the energy of being resentful only hurts the person who's holding on to that energy. So if there is any resentfulness for the person who may have, cheated on you or may have wronged you or may have put you in whatever perception you may have in terms of what other people may have done, you holding on to that holds you captive and frees the person who has wronged you. Okay. I also have creativity. So it's essential for you to channel any feelings of resentment or envy or hurt into your creativity, okay? And when I say those words, somebody's probably like, what? Envy? I'm not envious of anything. I don't ever experience those emotions. Those emotions are a part of the shadow self, the shadow side, and everybody experiences it. So when it comes to any dark emotions or emotions period that you feel that are connected to pain, are connected to fear, whatever this may be, anxiety, if you channel this into your creativity, not only are you going to channel this energy outward and out of you and feel a lot better, but now you've created a masterpiece. And you're tapping into true creation, because the universe was created in chaos. The universe has never been created in clean, concise, and pretty anything. Even our birth process is messy. What is the message my Sagittarius need to hear? What is the message? So we have winter. It says the sacredness of pausing. So yes, this is finding the beauty in taking a moment to reflect. Everybody sees stillness as a bad thing, but stillness can be the very thing that gives you a chance to reflect and make sense of what is. And also pausing before you do anything may be the advice for you guys during this time frame. Before you make any permanent decisions during this time frame, really pause and listen to that inner self. Sit with yourself in deep meditation. Take 24 or 48 hours to reflect on any permanent decision you want to make and see if you feel differently. See if you come with, a different conclusion or a different perspective than you did 24 hours ago. Okay, also if you're on a break romantically from your person, instead of seeing this as like a nerve-wracking time and that you can't be without this person, take this moment to pause and reflect on your relationship and what are your needs, and are your needs being met? Do you genuinely like the person that you're dating? Asking yourself the important questions instead of going into a panic is going to be essential. I also have Skull of Stars, which represents infinite possibilities, okay? So this is reminding yourself of the infinite possibilities of how anything could go, and understanding that we do not have control on how these infinite possibilities manifest. So if you're constantly trying to live your life in a space of control, especially on things that you can't, like other people's response to things, other people in general, weather, life, it's going to constantly make you feel uneasy. So release the need to control and find beauty in the infinite possibilities and use it to your advantage. Okay, it could be infinite possibilities of bad, but also infinite possibilities of good at the same time. What is the message for my Sagittarius they need to hear? I have the Four of Wands that flipped out. Hold on, let me get these. I also have the Page of Cups in reverse, the Page of Pentacles, and I also have the Five of Wands. So there's a need for you to celebrate life more. There's no need for you to wait for these quote unquote special occasions, holidays, birthdays to tell you to celebrate life. Okay. And if you are waiting for those moments to show up and to show you that you're deserving of good times and fun, then you're doing yourself a big disservice. Okay. Also, there's a need for you to make sure emotional pettiness or the need to be right or the need to just feed into certain emotions that aren't necessarily the best could take you off of your journey. So be careful of doing things out of emotional pettiness or being caught up in other people's emotional pettiness if it's not you. Because you could definitely have a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio individual, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo individual who could be extremely petty in trying to take you there. Also, if you are entertaining someone romantically and you're not even in a relationship with them and it's coming with a lot of drama and mixiness, you do need to ask yourself, what exactly are you signing yourself up for, or what exactly are you trying to commit yourself to? If you haven't even, like I said, made things solid and you're already seeing clear red flags of issues that are to come. And same thing with a financial thing that you could be doing. If you're financially trying to invest in some sort of business here and you're seeing that there's some clear issues or challenges that you're going to have to face, not ignoring them is going to be key because it's going to keep showing up. You can't bypass any clear signs of conflict. Okay, the best thing for you to do is to address it head on. Okay, so the message here, I have talisman. So let's read this really quick. So the talisman reads, a lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. And it also reads, a reverse talisman card warns that you must be aware of the repetitive patterns in your life. Sometimes things feel most familiar, carry with them reminders of what you don't want to experience again. Yet here we are faced with a very important choice. You can move forward cautiously, or you can look for another path that will take you in a new direction. Consider this: if you've fallen down a hole a few times, why wouldn't you walk around it this time? If you know where the hole lies, treasure that wisdom. Although the universe is unlimited, every individual path has some limitations. Accepting that not all avenues are available to you at this time is a powerful realization. That said, you don't have to retrace your footsteps either. No matter what, you're on this path to gain greater wisdom, regardless of the choice you make. This is the time to ask others who have been here before for advice and assistance. Their wisdom will awaken your own. So yeah, so this is, like this card says, this is a reminder to not get caught up in repetitiveness in action, especially if you can see clear signs of things, but then walk straight into the fire. It's kind of like seeing that the stove is hot and then deciding to still put your hand on it and then getting upset when you get burned. It just doesn't necessarily make sense. And that's the definition of insanity. So if there is any physical situation in your life where you're constantly touching the stove thinking that it won't be hot, where can you kind of learn from this repetitive cycle and break it? But this is what I see. I hope that this was helpful and to give you insight, and I will talk to you in the next one.